What's going on, warriors? I had to come on in here and gather me a cocktail for this one. So listen here. I know y'all remember me telling y'all a story, what, about a year to 2 years ago, with the fabulous, illustrious, talented B. Smith and her husband, Dan Gatsby, and his live-in lover. Well, just to surmise that a little bit for you, B. Smith had early onset Alzheimer's, and she was suffering with it. And in her final years of life, before passing and everything, Dan Gatsby, her husband, had took on a life with a girlfriend, a white woman, and had moved this lady up into their married home. Their marital home. Okay, it was all a big, baby, it was the talk of the town here. Well, said live-in lover has flew the coop post B. Smith. Take a look.
She lived as good a life as you could for the time she had. That I'm proud of my daughter, and I'm proud of I'm proud of what I did, because I was not gonna warehouse her.
And you were with her all the time, which is extraordinary. Now, you had a relationship with a woman while you were living with your wife, and I understand this woman, Alex Lerner, moved into your...
No, not true.
No?
See, that's she never lived there. That was an angry woman reading. We had 7 bedrooms. There was a room that she could stay and put stuff, or if she wanted to bring somebody, or she wanted to, if it was kids or whatever.
And this was in New York, or in?
This was out here.
Out here in Sag Harbor.
But the press, and because of the racial situation,
she's white.
Yeah,
Alex,
she's white.
Yes.
Yeah. The press and certain people had a field day with that. My wife dated white men, Asian men. I dated white, black, whatever. Some people are not comfortable with that, and they took it upon themselves. But Alex Lerner never lived in my house. She was there on weekends, twice a month, and I would go into town and I'd stay at her place on occasion, a day or two or whatever. But it was such a hot topic for a lot of people who...
I remember reading about it.
Who deal in
wondering.
salaciousness.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But no, she never lived in there. Mm-hmm. She never. And
how did Bea respond to this?
Bea was she was very kind to Bea when she was there. Bea is a lovely, even through Alzheimer's, even when she was angry. What was funny, my daughter and I still laugh at it, when she, they have a tendency, some people are really violent or really mean. Mm-hmm. She never cursed. And when she got upset with something, she would make up words because she couldn't figure out how to say curse words, and we would just laugh, and then she'd start laughing. So her spirit and her soul was always
she was
kind.
A lady.
She, you know what?
A good soul and a lady, and
amazing.
God dealt at the end a bad deck of cards.
Yeah.
It was a bad ending, a hard ending for her and for you.
Yeah.
And now, are you and Alex together anymore?
No, she took off, and whatever.
And you're healing from the loss of Bea, and
I wish her well. I mean, life has a way of whatever you deserve, you'll ultimately get. And that's fine.
That karma and that justice don't always come when you want, but it sure enough come. It sure enough come. So what happened? Was it when the coins ran out? When the money started running a little dry? The well done dried up? Now she done flew the coop? Because they was so in love, and this was the new norm, the new family structure and all this. Let me tell y'all something. Now, I don't know everything, but I know a lot about a whole lot of stuff. And one thing I know is that if you have never dealt with a loved one that has dementia, or if you have never battled or dealt with anybody suffering or battling with dementia, and the resources that it takes, the time, the patience, the finances, the everything that it takes to deal with a loved one with dementia, you really can't understand. And I did try to look at things subjectively when I first heard about this, and that, well, B. Smith was in her right mind and agreed to this whole scenario, then, you know, what can I say? That's their life, not mine. But somehow I just don't think that old school black woman agreed to no ish like that here. All I know is, I don't care how bad it get with me dealing with my loved one that has dementia or declining in cognition or anything. It ain't never that bad where I'm okay with moving anybody into their household. You let me hear my mama's getting sick here. That my mama's getting sick and suffering and battling with Alzheimer's, and her said husband decides to move his woman up in there to start taking care of my mama. Baby, this is beyond me. This is beyond me. I would love to know what happened in that situation. I would love to know what caused her to end up leaving the relationship and what happened. And his final words said was words to live by. Whatever you deserve, you will ultimately get. Be good to others. Definitely be good to yourself. Don't let nobody trick you over like this and mess around on you like this. This a fool. I love you guys. Make sure you hit that thumbs up.